Ruben, thank you very much for having me on this program. You remember there was a man called Gani Fahemi, yes, who said something like he wasn't quite sure when he arrived, but that certainly the devil has entered Nigeria. And I think he was right. And that devil, if you read also the installments in the Vanguard newspaper by Chief Babalola, where he wrote under the title of Democratic Powers and a Presidential Overreach, you'll agree that that devil seemed to have arrived in the form of a president cloaked with the toga of 1999 Constitution. What I mean by that is that if you have a situation in which everybody says this thing is wrong, this should not be clear, this should not be done this way, and somebody goes ahead and does it, and nothing happens, then maybe the devil gradually is taking over Nigeria. And that's why we are insisting that there has to be a system to keep the devil out of Nigeria. It's not any one person, because this thing started way back in 1999. And I remember you, Dr. Abati, writing about the demons and witches in Villa. They didn't just coming down, they've been there for quite some time. And so really, to be specific and answer your question, the situation in Nigeria is not good. And my reason for saying so is because, I mean, the reasons are obvious, but I think the one cure that we could have would be to accept the fact that we have deviated from what we agreed should be Nigeria. We agreed that Nigeria should be a federation, and we know all the ingredients of federalism. That's not unknown to anybody that's interested in politics. But we have killed all those things and replaced them with something else entirely. So if you want to come specifically to Rivers State, yes, everybody says what happens there is an affront. First of all, we went as Pandev, met the president. We assured him that Fubara had fully agreed to cooperate with the Supreme Court judgment. And but before anything could happen, a state of emergency was declared. Even before a bill was taken, or a bill was taken to the National Assembly. So we just doing things not the way that even this faulty constitution prescribes.
All right.
And if you look at the elections, I'm not looking at it in terms of who won how many seats, but how was the election conducted?
Yes, sir.
Even INEC said the elections should not have been held when they were held, because a certain minimum number of days should come before or announcement ahead of an election.
All right,
we
sir.
didn't wait for the number of days.
All right.
And so we're operating as though there is no constitution.
All right.
And by part, because everybody recognizes the fact that this constitution is just something that we should throw away and replace with something better.
All right, sir.
Without monopolizing too much of your time, because you must have other questions, and maybe I should stop there until you also reflect on what I've said so far.